Alright, listen up. Are you stuck neck deep in the mud of self-improvement? Feel like you're running in circles, working your butt off, and getting nowhere? Yeah? Welcome to self-improvement hell. But don't worry, we're gonna bust you out of this hellscape today. Stick around until the very end, and you'll learn how to smash through those plateaus and turn your goals into your baseline. I'm about to drop some truth bombs that'll make your favorite motivational guru's head spin. This ain't your average motivational fluff, so buckle up. Alright, here's the deal. We've all been there. You start your self-improvement journey like a bat out of hell, fired up and unstoppable. For a while, everything's great. You're making gains, feeling like a champ. You've read every self-help book, attended every seminar, but then, bam, you hit a wall. Congratulations, you've reached the Okay Plateau. It's that point where your progress screeches to a halt, and you're just treading water. It's like you're Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, but instead of reliving the same day, you're stuck in the same damn rut, day after day. This Okay Plateau is where most people throw in the towel. It's where they settle, but not you. You're not here to coast through life like a normie. You're here to conquer. Being plateaued is like being in a long-term relationship with a blow-up doll. It's comfortable and easy, but it's not gonna get you anywhere in life. Most people are like hamsters on a wheel, always busy, but never actually getting anywhere. Sound familiar? Fear not. I'm about to share some strategies that'll help you escape this purgatory of personal growth. Let's dive into why we hit these plateaus, and more importantly, how to smash through them. First off, let's get inside that noggin of yours and understand why these plateaus happen in the first place. Cognitive scientist Tom Stafford calls it the Okay Plateau. It's when you hit a level of performance that you think is acceptable, and your brain decides to take a little nappy nap. But screw acceptable. We're here for greatness. So, how do we get past this? It starts with changing our standards and identity. Instead of seeing our goals as some far-off dream, we need to make them our new normal. This isn't for the faint-hearted, but it's essential. Here are 2 strategies. Strategy number 1 is incremental improvement. It's like building a house, brick by miserable brick. Instead of setting goals so lofty they'd make Icarus blush, focus on tiny, consistent improvements. Don't try to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Aim for those small, consistent steps. It's called Kaizen, a Japanese term for continuous improvement. Even a 1% improvement each day adds up to massive gains over time. Small steps, big results. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but neither is your current state of existence, so suck it up. Here's how it works. Let's say you want to become a fitness guru. Instead of setting a goal to work out for 2 hours every day, which is about as realistic as you becoming the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, start with something small. Maybe it's doing 20 push-ups every morning or taking a 10-minute walk during your lunch break. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they're actually rewiring your brain and changing your identity. You're no longer someone who wants to get fit. You're someone who exercises every day, even if it's just for a few pathetic minutes. Strategy number 2 is for the real masochists out there. Make your goal your baseline standard, the absolute maximum you can tolerate. It's like setting your life's difficulty setting to Dark Souls and hoping for the best. This approach isn't for the faint of heart or the weak of will. It's for those who are ready to either sink or swim in the deep end of personal growth. Raise your standards. If you're aiming to run a marathon, don't just train to finish one. Train to be a marathon runner. Make that your new standard. Even on your worst days, you're still performing at a level that others can only dream of. Here's how it works. Instead of saying, I want to read more books, you make it your standard to read at least 1 book a week. Anything less than that is unacceptable. It becomes part of your identity, like brushing your teeth or wearing pants in public. Although, let's be honest, pants are overrated. Now I know what you're thinking, but oh wise and slightly unhinged YouTube guy, how do I actually do this without losing what's left of my sanity? Well, strap yourself in there, sport, because I'm about to drop some practical tips that'll make your journey out of self-improvement hell slightly less hellish. Tip number 1, reflect on your current goals and progress. Take a good, hard look at where you are and where you want to be. Are your goals still relevant? Are they aligned with your values? Or are you chasing someone else's definition of success like a dog chasing its tail? Let's redefine who the hell we are. Stop thinking of yourself as someone trying to get fit. No, you're an athlete. You're not trying to eat healthily. You're a health nut. This shift in identity changes everything. When you see yourself differently, you act differently. Tip number 2, experiment with new techniques or methods. If what you're doing isn't working, it's time to shake things up. Try a new approach, learn a new skill, or explore a different perspective. Sometimes, the key to breaking through a plateau is simply looking at the problem from a different angle, you one-dimensional thinker. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself to the edge and then some. Embrace the suck, that's where the magic happens. Tip number 3, seek feedback from a mentor or coach. Sometimes, we're too close to our own situation to see the forest for the trees. A fresh pair of eyes can spot areas for improvement that we might be blind to. Plus, having someone to hold you accountable can be a powerful motivator. Surround yourself with excellence. Hang out with people who are where you want to be. Their habits, attitudes, and energy will rub off on you. Choose your company wisely. Tip number 4, take a break and recharge. I know, it sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes the best way to overcome a plateau is to step away from it entirely. Give your brain a chance to rest and reset. You might be surprised at the insights that come to you when you're not actively trying to force them, like a burnt-out fanatic. Tip number 5, set smaller, achievable goals to build momentum. Remember what we said about incremental improvement? This is where it comes into play. Break your big, scary goals into smaller, more manageable chunks. Each small win will give you the confidence and motivation to keep pushing forward. So, are you ready to escape self-improvement hell and become a semi-decent version of yourself? If these tips hit home for you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that damn bell so you don't miss any updates. And if you're ready to take your self-improvement journey to the next level, check out my other videos. There's a ton of valuable content waiting for you. Remember, the journey of personal growth is not a sprint. It's a marathon through a minefield of your own insecurities and shortcomings. There will be ups, downs, and moments where you question every life decision that led you to this point. But as long as you keep pushing forward, keep challenging yourself, and keep believing in your ability to be slightly less of a disaster tomorrow than you are today, you will make progress. And hey, if you found this video helpful, why not share it with a friend who's even more of a mess than you are? After all, misery loves company, but growth loves watching others struggle too. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, and remember, the only thing more pathetic than where you are now is giving up entirely. Now get out there and be slightly less terrible. Peace.